Hi and welcome back. This is my first Rust build tips video of the year. I've been away for a while, and for anyone that's new, this is something I used to put together every 2 to 3 months just to show the best tricks that are available at the moment to you that you can use in Rust for your base builds. I have released some shots of some of these, but I wanted to condense it into one video along with some other elements just to show what is available at the minute. Now, just bear in mind, these are ideas for you to use. I have got videos showing these in use. I'll direct you to them via cards when we get to them. Always bear in mind that generic bases are very easy to find on YouTube, so try and take the best bits from bases you find and make it your own using build servers, etc. is always the best way to go. Now, the first one I want to show is a stability bunker mechanism that I showed just before my break about a year and a half ago, and no one really picked up on it. However, the beauty of it is you can build the mechanism deep into the base because you're using a foundation to hold a floating floor via the wall, and the stability twig is quite a way away from it compared to normal bunkers. Card up in the top just now, I have actually got a full video on this where it shows it within a base to give you a bit of an idea of how you could possibly do it. To do this you need flat land, bear that in mind, because you're going to have to take a raised triangle foundation to do it. You can do it with square as well, but it just doesn't look that good, and it makes the footprint too big when you're doing it. Now, it's very easy to follow. You have to have the walls in place so it holds the floors when you put them in place so it floats. This holds the stability, so when you take away the twig, it takes away the roof piece as well. As you can see, just upgrade the floor pieces, then upgrade the foundation, leave the half wall as twig, put the roof piece in place, and you have your stability. Now this can be used to block doors, etc. And the beauty of this is it works with the triangle roof as well. It stops people from getting through. Very effective. Watch the video that I've done. Now, the next one I found actually on YouTube randomly. It was suggested to me by BB Brand. I'm not sure if he was the first person to find this or not. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's the first time I've seen it. But as a raid defense, you can actually float the drop boxes across doors. So if you are being hit, you can put them up and it will stop people from getting through. I haven't actually tried it in Windows yet, but you could possibly do it in Windows. I'll have to try that. When you put the rug in place, simply put it down, then put the drop boxes down afterwards. It seemed to only work on soft sides for me, so bear that in mind as well. I try to have a good percentage of the drop box covered by the wall as well, just to make sure the sockets hold in place. Once it's down, lift up the rug and the drop boxes stay in place. As I said, as a last ditch effort to stop people or slow them down, this could be useful to use. Or if you've got a little shooting gallery upstairs and you want to use your door as a space where you can open and just stop people from getting in, it can be used for that as well. It's a nice little trick to remember. Now, the next one is something that I've used for a while. You can see there's no light working at the minute. I will change the time on the server so the sun is facing the roof piece, and you'll see now that the light comes on. You can actually hide the solar panels behind the roof piece so no one can damage or grief it, and it works fine. Now this has been a trick for a while. It was patched, I believe, but it seems to have crept its way back in. This is useful, especially for a solo player. You just want to have one panel stuck behind the roof. You don't have to worry about people sitting there bone clubbing it out just to annoy you. It's a handy trick to know. All you have to do is have the panel close to the edge of the tile, put the roof piece in place, and it works. It's just a very simple trick. Ada actually showed a way you can put this in a foundation, a bit like the stability foundation that I showed at the beginning, but it takes a bit of messing around with to get the electrical elements working on it, because you have to have the power feed hanging out of the actual foundation. Now, the next one is an old trick, but it's still very effective. The only downfall now is you can't have a door in place. I've tried, but I just couldn't get it to work. Now I'm going to show this in real time just to show just how long it takes to find the hit markers for the boxes, but you can actually use a vending machine to block the doorway, but you can still get into the boxes. So if you put code locks on the boxes, etc., No one's going to get into these unless they take the wall or the vending machine out. Very handy trick to have, honestly. I used to use it all the time, especially in base builds as well. It's just a very cool little trick to use. Now, as I say, I'm doing it in real time because I want you to see just how annoying it can be to get it. So if this is something you invest in, make sure that you're aware that it can be a massive pain. To do this, just have your shelves as you normally would with your boxes, then place the vending machine, rotate it. The best way I find is to crouch down, go all the way to the back, try and have each side of the vending machine evenly over the lines of the central tile. That's the best way to do it. Place your wall, test it straight away, make sure you can get to the boxes, because if you can't, you no longer have a loot room. Just please bear that in mind. You can't demolish it after a while, the wall, so make sure you definitely check it. As you can see, I'm doing it real time again. It can be annoying to get the hit marker, you have to move around, but it does work. As soon as you get the hit marker once, you kind of get a feel for where it is. I say it's a very good method of building a loot room, and you can use a vending machine for storage as well. So it's a win-win situation. As you can see, downfall is you can't put a door on, but the vending machine is stronger than the door. That's the way to look at it. Yes, people can maybe shoot out the box or flame the box, but they're still not going to get any of the little parcels that fall. So for me, again, that's a win-win. I've always said, if I'm going to get raided, I want them to get as little as possible, and this could possibly be one of the things that get it. Now, the last one is hidden loot. Something again I showed just before I took my break. You can actually loot boxes and TCs from a roof piece. Now, to incorporate this in a base is a bit more difficult, but it can be done. I'll put a card up at the top if I can find the video that shows the base that we built using this method. Now, as you see, I'll put a TC down just to show that it works for that as well. Again, you just take it slightly over the line, then place the roof piece. This is perfect for a solo player who just wants to try any task they can to stop people from getting their loot early game. You just build a little simple base and just put this, incorporate it in there. It could be the difference if you wake up to loot or not. To say, very simple, very easy. And that is the tips. I've tried to be as quick as possible going through it. I don't like to drag these videos out because time is precious, and some people do tend to try and drag it out as long as possible for ad revenue. Not really bothered about it, to be honest. I try and get through it as quick as possible to make sure you get the information as you can. I have got some other little bits and pieces that I'm working on at the minute, along with a base. As soon as I get it ready, I will get it out.